Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Theresa grinned and showed Tate a picture of Brady cuddling Jude. Theresa asked Tate if he was looking for pictures of Holly as he began to go through the images. Tate revealed that he had been trying to find a picture of Theresa and Alex. Theresa admitted, "We broke up actually. I didn't know." "It's because of me, isn't it?" replied Tate. Tate was reassured by Theresa that he wasn't the reason. "You are my priority. You always would be. Alex and we took a break because of a lot of reasons," stated Theresa. Tate inquired as to Theresa's plans to get back together with Alex. Tate said that he disliked seeing Theresa by herself when she questioned why he was intrigued. Theresa shrugged and said she wasn't sure if she and Alex would get back together. Tate saw that Nicole seemed anxious in the images as he browsed through them. Theresa concurred, stating that Nicole must have found it challenging to attend a christening following the death of a child. Nicole made a halt at the location where she had scattered her son's ashes outside the Theresa mansion. EJ asked, "You doing okay?" inquired. "I knew it was gonna be hard, watching Eric and Sloane christen their son after just losing our little baby. But I am glad that I showed myself I could get through it," Nicole stated. JE referred to Nicole as heroic. Nicole snorted back tears. "My whole goal was to not fall apart, and I think I managed that," Nicole stated. Nicole expressed gratitude to EJ for granting her permission to host the celebration at their home. "I'm so proud of you. For how generous you are," EJ stated. Nicole remarked, "But I understand how you feel about Eric. But this is important to you, so it's important to me," EJ said. Disputed. Nicole gently touched EJ's face. Nicole sighed and told EJ that at the christening, Holly had drawn her attention. Nicole remarked, "She looked so sad." JE warned Holly that she wouldn't feel like herself for a while. Nicole, EJ, and Roman greeted Steve as soon as the inside reception opened. Steve moved forward John and Marlena as they were having a quiet conversation across the room. Steve clarified that Kayla was unable to join the celebration since she was stranded at the hospital. Roman came over and saw that John was shifting restlessly, pointing out that the christening had been moving. "It was flawless," Marlena exclaimed. John excused himself and left when Roman asked him about a baseball game. Roman inquired, "Is he okay?" "No, he's not," Marlena acknowledged. John looked at Stefano's portrait, scowling and fidgeting. "Damn you, old man, and what you did to me, what you did to so many people," John said. "Talking to yourself?" John was questioned. John emphasized that his love for Eric and his grandson was the reason he was present. John snarled, "But I have to get out of this house as soon as possible." JE declared to John that he might go. When Marlena spoke up, she praised EJ for the gathering. "I assume it's my fault that Sammy isn't here today," EJ stated. "Sammy actually had a friend who recently lost her husband, so she felt she had to be with her," Marlena said. "And Belle?" EJ inquired. "Belle was with Sean, according to Marlena. JE requested that Marlena give his best regards to her daughters. Theresa don't wish the very best to anybody but themselves," said John. John was warned by Marlena to back off, but he persisted. "My grandson is locked up because of that stuff your brother is spreading out there on the street," John said. John cautioned EJ about the dangers of the Theresa to avoid being around his family. Nicole informed Brady that Kristen had promised not to attend the party when he got there. "Well, it's always a pleasure not to see Kristen. I was hoping to see Rachel, though," replied Brady. Nicole expressed regret. "I can't imagine being separated from my own child," said Nicole. Brady concurred that it was disagreeable. "But it's pretty selfless of you to do this for Eric and Sloane, given that you just recently lost a child," stated Brady. Nicole clarified that her goal was to show herself and everyone else that she could be content for Eric and Sloane. Brady said, "And are you?" "Mostly," Nicole said. Leo entered the living area as Steve was wondering aloud about the honored guest. Roman remarked, "This should liven things up." Roman questioned Leo about the church stunt. Playing dumb, Leo claimed to have delivered an impassioned speech. Leo's speech, Roman contended, had begun as something quite different. Leo shrugged and said he wanted to congratulate Jude because they had a particular bond. Roman whispered to himself, "Why do I actually believe this guy for once?" Marlena asked Nicole how she was doing in the corner. Nicole remarked, "I'm okay, but I'm not sure about Holly." Nicole expressed her concern to Marlena regarding Holly's actions that day. Nicole ran to embrace Holly as soon as she entered. Steve noticed that John was glancing at Stefano's painting from where he was sitting. "Back in the day, when I worked for Victor, I did that willingly. But I had no choice when Dr. Rolf implanted that chip in my brain," Steve recalled. Steve pointed out that in that time, he could have killed John. "But you didn't kill me because there was something inside you that stopped you," John replied. Saying that it had been luck, Steve shook his head. John regretted not being able to keep Katharina alive. Leo observed Holly stealthily remove a champagne glass from the table and depart from the residence. Holly took a sip of her drink on the front porch and tucked it behind her back while Melinda, Eric, Sloane, and Jude arrived. Holly waited behind to finish her drink before following the group into the house. When Marlena told EJ at the party that she was bringing Johnny and Chanel a wedding present, JE outlined the newlyweds' hiding place at the Salem Inn. Roman laughed nearby, imagining how irritated Stefano would be to see a house full of Bradys celebrating a family event. John turned to go. Roman questioned Steve about John's condition, feeling worried. Steve remarked, "Not my story to tell." Eric, Jude, Sloane, Melinda, and Holly entered. Nicole begged to hold Jude when she began to weep. Nicole cradled Jude in her arms, and both Melinda and Sloane's eyes widened when Jude quieted. Sloane gave Jude back after a little moment, and she then turned to face Leo, who was gazing at her. Holly grabbed another glass of champagne off the couch and hurried out of the room. Brady gave a toast to Eric, Sloane, and Jude. "My brother, Eric, he has been waiting a long time to be a dad. And I have no doubt that he is going to be a good one," said Brady. Eric pointed back at Brady and remarked, "I learned from the best." Brady went on to say that Sloane would be an amazing mother. Nicole whispered to herself, "Where the hell is Holly?" Holly downed her champagne and pretended to be Theresa while calling the halfway house from the front porch. The woman answering the phone in the visitors area glanced over at Tate, who was seated with his mother. "Your mother is calling you," the woman stated. Theresa shouted, "What? I'm his mother. I will take that call. Who is this?" Holly hung up the phone.